Hello Aquarius, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your July 2022 general reading. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. As always, I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. I am putting this reading up a little bit before the beginning of July, so we're harnessing in some new moon in Capricorn energy. This occurs on the 28th, 29th of June, depending on what time zone that you're in. And new moons, of course, great time to start new things, get out of your comfort zone, okay, and also for manifestation as well. This Cancer new moon does bring about, there's some energy coming in here in regards to healing, okay, especially like deep down in your soul, something from your past, okay, can come in there as well. But this new moon is flavored by some interesting energy. We do have a kind of a little bit of an opposition there. Okay, so maintaining your focus may be a little bit of a challenge in the beginning of the month. Okay, so just be a little bit aware because we do have a connection between Venus and Jupiter. So it's very wonderful energy. Okay, very creative, a lot of love in the air. Okay, and also things blossoming in your world, which is very wonderful. However, we also do have some fiery fighting energy that comes in with Mars and Pluto. And so, so it's kind of giving a little bit of a challenge, shall we say, to that loving Venus kind of energy. So if you're remaining optimistic and positive about things and focus on solutions or where you want to get to, then the beginning of July will be a lot easier for you. But you may also find that people around you or you yourself, maybe there's some anger or frustration somewhere that does come up to the surface, okay? But you can also use that firepower, that fiery energy there to, be really driven and determined to get some things done. So just a little bit of a heads up there. We have a super full moon in the middle of the month, 13th, 14th of July. This is in Capricorn, okay, and we have a big Pluto influence there with that. So it's not an eclipse, but it may on some level feel like one. So very intense energy, so just tread lightly with that. And then, of course, we have a new moon in Leo. This is the 28th, 29th of July. And so there's a lot of firepower that comes with that one. Also, some communication may really be, how should we say, challenged, okay, because we do have a clash between Mercury and Uranus. So so when we have that energy there, it's just causes a little bit of issues. So again, tread a little bit lightly with that energy there, okay? But otherwise, we're right in the middle of summer, so let's have a look and see what we've got coming in here for you. Oh, Aquarius, okay. So we do have attachment coming in here. Now, if you look at this one, it's kind of a dark and dreary card, just a little bit. All right, so there's something here that is challenging, something that is blocking you perhaps, okay? Something that is keeping you stuck in one spot, okay? But it may be something that you've created yourself. Okay, so for one, the attachment energy here shows that you may be too attached to something. See this girl, and she's got one hand that is chained to this pole, the other hand is free but is holding a mask. And the masks represent things that aren't what they seem, right? Imagine hiding behind a mask. So there may be something in your world that might look okay on the outside, but beneath the surface, no good, no good. So, but it's something that maybe you feel as though you're stuck with, okay? Or maybe you're feeling as though there's, something that you can't change. So Spirit's really trying to give you the power of, the power to change your situation, to detach yourself from people, situations, ways of thinking as well that are really no longer doing it for you. They're keeping you stuck. They're keeping you trapped. Okay, fives do represent obstacles and challenges, but they also represent the opportunity for change. Okay, change for the better. All right, and so perhaps there's something there that you need to explore, whether it's something in your inner world, right? We can sometimes just create our own blocks and challenges. Okay, but it can also be your external world as well, a person, a situation, an environment. Okay, something that is just a little bit of a challenge there for you. And again, we do have some healing energy that's coming in here through this month. So, you know, perhaps there's something new that happens and you're just kind of clinging on to something there, okay? Or it's something from your past that really does need to let go of, okay? So that you can move forward with something, okay? It could be that something comes back up from the surface, right? Maybe something, you know, comes back around again. And sometimes we think we've healed from things, and we have to a certain level, but as we raise our vibration, as we get a deeper understanding of who we are, sometimes we find those things, because sometimes in the great human way of dealing with things, we push things to the side or sweep things under the rug. And then as we evolve, okay, that's when we find those little presents that we've put there again. Okay, so it could just be something that kind of does just come back around again. But Spirit's also reminding you here, if you are doing any kind of manifestation, remember to let it go. Okay, don't obsess over your manifestations. Set it and forget it, and just trust that the universe does have your back. And we do have a little bit more challenging energy for you, Aquarius. Okay, so it could just be that you are cleaning house. Okay, maybe you're just deciding that this is the time of year you're going to harness this energy with the summer, and you're going to just make some change for yourself, because we do have carrying connections for you, but it's in the reverse. So when this is in the reverse, this shows a parting of ways in some aspect. It could be a breakup. It could be from the present that's coming in July, okay, or it could be something that has already occurred and some energy that's still lingering. But this can be a parting of ways with people, perhaps a breakdown in communication, okay. It could be a romantic partnership maybe has run its course, so there might be a breakup there. You might have a friendship that has just run its course. It's not like a big tumultuous energy necessarily, but just kind of a gentle parting of ways. And sometimes as we do grow and we do evolve and we do move through life, we do have those connections where we just feel as though we have nothing in common with somebody anymore. And it's perfectly normal. It's not there's anything wrong with them, not that there's anything wrong with you, okay? It's just that the pieces don't quite fit together. Okay, so this could also be like, something in your workplace, right? Maybe it's just a month ahead for you where people are not working together. With this being, a parting of ways of some sort, maybe someone quits in your workplace and now you're stuck holding all of the responsibility. Okay, it could be that people aren't working well together, not supporting each other. Okay, so just some sort of breakup or breakdown in an area of your world there. Okay, but it could actually be very beneficial for you, depending on your circumstances. For some of you, this is just a temporary issue that's coming in here. But for others of you, this has maybe been something that has been going on for a while. And this is actually going to benefit you. Okay, because it breaks you free of being attached to something that is keeping you in the dark, or is keeping you stuck, or is not allowing you to blossom. Okay, it can even be an environment where, behind that mask, maybe you've been acting, or maybe you've been finding yourself that you have to be something that you're not. And this is maybe your opportunity to stand in your authenticity. Because if nothing else, Aquarius, you are honest, you are truthful, and you are very authentic. But people don't always get you. So sometimes we do find ourselves in those situations where we put on a false front. And so, but it doesn't work for a long time, right? So that could be something there for you. Let's see what else we've got. The Seven of Swords. Okay, so the Seven of Swords, something needs to be addressed here. Okay, this can certainly be you trying to figure out what you want, trying to get all your ducks in a row, trying to get a little bit of clarity. Okay, trying to stay positive even, right? Because the Seven of Swords is not always a positive card, okay? So you could just be trying to figure out, what do I need to say? What do I need to do? Okay, you're trying to get your thoughts in order, okay? You're trying to keep a positive mindset, all right? The Seven of Swords brings in something that you may not trust as well. Okay, it can be maybe there's a communication breakdown. Again, communication, mental processes with the swords energy. Okay, so maybe there's some big misunderstanding. Okay, or maybe there is that big parting of ways there. It's like, I'm on this page, you're on that page. No, we gotta go. Okay, perhaps you do discover something that is just not in alignment with who you are or the values that you hold dear. Okay, but the Seven of Swords can represent that dishonesty, and that's with that attachment energy. So this can be something where, maybe you've got some regrets and you need to sort them out. Okay, perhaps there is something that is keeping you a little bit stuck. The traditional imagery of the Seven of Swords is a guy, with 5 swords in his hand, 2 behind him stuck in the ground, but he's looking back. So there may be something that is kind of pulling you back a little bit. Okay, and it can be maybe some regret, some doubt. All right, maybe just you trying to figure things out, like, do I have everything I need? Oh, do I need those things behind me? I don't know. Okay, so certainly some confusion there that may come in. Okay, and maybe even some communication challenges as well. Okay, so it's the energy coming in, challenging you is letting it go. We've got the Hanged One coming in. Here's the Hanged Man energy. And when we do have the Hanged Man, this is all about release, letting go, sacrifice. It's also one of seeing the big picture, seeing the potential of something, or looking at someone else's point of view, keeping an open mind. So the Seven of Swords and the Hanged Man both coming in here can be a massive misunderstanding somewhere along the way. A breakdown in communication per se, okay? An unwillingness to see someone else's point of view. So that may be really highlighted for some of you out there. But the Hanged One is really where we do take a step back. Okay, there's a pause in the action, but there's a reason for it. Something can't go forward, okay, until some answers are found, until some information is gathered, until everyone has had their chance to speak per se, okay, or until something is let go of. All right, so whether this is something in your present, your past, okay, you may need to keep an open mind in some area. Okay, you may need to open yourself up to someone else's point of view. We don't all see the world the same way, right? We don't always see situations the same way. We don't always interpret our environment the same way as other people do. You're a very futuristic sign. You're thinking about the future. You're thinking about solutions. You think about how things will affect other people, but not everyone will think that way, right? We are a product of our environment. We're a product of our raising. We're a product of more than our sun sign. Okay, and sometimes we do need to make a conscious effort to take a step back and to listen to what someone else has to say. It can certainly help clear up some issues here. It can certainly help us clear up a misunderstanding, right? Because you may feel as though someone doesn't have your back with that Seven of Swords. You may feel as though someone has done you wrong. And it could be that there is, maybe they don't see something the same way you do. So, so you may have, again, a little bit of a breakdown there. But again, that Hanged Man, there may be something that you are holding on to, whether it's a person or a situation. And this is your challenge, is letting it go, is moving forward. It could just be that you're trying to figure out what you want, or you're trying to figure out your next course of action, okay? Or there may be even be an important conversation that you need to have, but you're going to think long and hard about what you want to say before you actually say it. But I think here, once you figure out what you want to say, what you want to do, once you get some further insight or some information here, okay, then I think you'll get things right back on track there. Your advice from Spirit, the Ten of Cups: focus on what makes you happy. What gives you happiness? What gives you joy? What gives you bliss? Okay, is it people around you? Is it a different environment? Is it your same environment and maybe you just need to sort something out? Okay, sometimes we just need to let something go, all right, and so that we can really focus back on being happy, okay, being a symbiotic kind of unit here with the Ten of Cups, right? Very positive energy. So your advice from Spirit is stay positive, stay focused on what does make you happy to create the life that you want. Okay, are you in that situation now? Is there an opportunity to repair a situation, okay, that maybe goes a little bit sideways or hits a little bit of a speed bump in the road ahead, okay? Or are there big changes that you want to make? Is this something internal for you, or is this something in your external environment? Okay, focus on the solutions, focus on the positive, Focus on what it is that you want to create. Okay. And, this could also be that maybe you are in an environment or in a relationship somewhere where there is a lot of happiness and there is a lot of joy. But again, there's something here that just needs to get sorted out a little bit. But again, this can also be you, right? Your internal perspectives or your internal issues here, right? When you let something go, this opens up your door, this window to your soul and to your happiness and to your bliss, okay? Because this happiness is available for you. All right, it just depends on what your situation is. Can you repair where you are now? Can you get things back on track? Okay, or do you need to make some big changes and big decisions, right? 5 is the attachment energy and number 14, but that breaks down into a 5 as well. Okay, it can also be that patience may be a virtue for you in the month ahead as well, and that might be a challenge because the Hanged One can certainly bring in some patience, but it is a challenge. So perhaps you're feeling a little bit rushed or under the gun in the month ahead, right? Just feeling like, so you got like a lot of deadlines, a lot of timelines, and patience does not work for you because it's like, no, I got to get it done today. Okay, so there may be some patience that may be needed somewhere along the way. Okay, but certainly something is shifting here for you and probably for the better. Blessings headed your way. The 4 of Cups, very interesting. Capricorn had the 4 of Cups coming in as a blessing. So it could be that both you and Capricorn are working through some shadow energy, okay? But this could also be maybe you do have a Capricorn person in your life. You may have a heavy Capricorn placement somewhere in your birth chart, so there might be a message over there for you, okay? But you could also be dealing with a person who has Capricorn placement there as well, all right? But we do have the 4 of Cups that is here for you, and a blessing is to be open, to re-engage, to find a little bit of happiness, to get creative, to see the potential in your situation. The 4 of Cups is typically one where we're a little bit closed off. We're bored, we're not satisfied, we're unhappy, okay, or we're too focused on what we don't have or what's not working, okay, or, and we don't see the potential. So with the Hanged One coming in here as a challenge, the 4 of Cups is a blessing opening us up. So I think here that you're going to find a better way, okay? You're going to, see the potential in something, and you're going to be a little bit more open than you are maybe in an area right now, okay? But I also think here there's like a gift or a surprise or something kind of that may come in that does kind of, get you to put your guard down a little bit, okay, or something that is kind of a very pleasant surprise. It's like, oh, I never looked at it that way, or oh, look, there's an opportunity for me to move forward, to make some change. Okay, so when we're in the 4 of Cups energy, but with that blessing, okay, it is to see the potential, it is to be a little bit more open. Okay, your there we go. Big changes here for you. Your overall outcome, your overall for your month here is the Death card. So it's Scorpio energy here, but this is change. Okay, and so the Hanged One here, the Hanged Man, is number 12, and we've got the Death card number 13. So there is progress that you're making in the month ahead, okay, but this may require you to change, fix, or evolve a situation. Now, this can be some personal, some spiritual growth that's available for you here. You may get some spiritual insights, epiphanies. Okay, there may be a healing element that does come in here for you. And here you are with that Death card. You're evolving, you're growing, you're working through some challenges, some issues. Okay, you're clearing out some old stagnant energy, ways of thinking, past blocks, and this allows you to move forward, right? You're finding your peace, you're finding your bliss. Okay, you're resolving an issue. All right, but the spiritual growth as well, spiritual insights, okay, and you're moving forward, right? But you may also really be clearing out some, some heavy old energy here as well. It's like this time for you, it's this time of rebirth, renewal, growth, transformation in multiple areas. So you may have a relationship here that is changing, that is evolving, but in order for it to evolve, you've got to hash something out, or you've got to get on the same page, or you have to see where someone else is coming from. Okay, this can, of course, be you just growing personally, right? And every time we do evolve, take the next step forward, right, something always comes up for us. Okay, you may have the opportunity to make change and to fix your current environment, okay, or your current relationships, all right? But the death card can be letting go. Okay, so you're evolving and you are letting go. It might be a challenge for you. Okay, it might take a little bit longer than you want. All right, but that death card there shows that there is something there that maybe you are letting go of so that you can find something that's a little bit more in alignment with who you are, something that matches who you are or what it is that you're looking for. So yes, some of you may actually be parting ways with something, okay, a person or an environment, a situation in your world, but this is beneficial for you. And it's a gentle energy, right? I said a little bit earlier, okay, even though there may be a breakup or a breakdown of something, okay, it's not a shocking kind of energy that's coming in here, at least not yet. Okay, it's a little bit more gentle. Okay, so, it's like maybe some deep introspection, perhaps even something that has been going on for a while that you've been aware of for a while. Okay, and now this is the month where you're actually making some change, or at least making some decisions, okay, to do something differently. We've got the King of Swords coming in there for you. The Eight of Swords, that's always a fun card. The Five of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Pentacles. So you, at the very least, you are changing your mindset, okay? Changing out of a mindset of abundance, lack, negativity, and I think that is going by the wayside, clearing out something that has been blocking you. The energy at the bottom of the deck here is the High Priestess. So your intuition, your psychic abilities certainly are heightened at this point in time. So again, for some of you, there may be some personal or spiritual growth that does come in here for you this week, in the month ahead. Okay, but the High Priestess, I think here your intuition is really going to lead you and guide you on the way. The High Priestess is where, we are in control of our emotions. See, there's not crazy emotions coming out here for you. So I think in that respect, I think that you are kind of trusting yourself a little bit. Okay, I think you're trusting your path, and if you don't feel as though you're trusting yourself, I think you're going to regain that kind of energy. Okay, trust yourself to make the right choices, the right decisions. But I think you're internalizing some things with that High Priestess energy. The High Priestess is a very mute, very quiet, very calm energy, and it's one that is very connected to the moon cycles. So the moon cycles may have some influence for you. Okay, but it's the High Priestess is the keeper of secrets and mysteries. Okay, so there may be something that you're internalizing, something that you're processing internally before you let anyone know what you're doing. You might be percolating a little bit. Okay, but you might also just be really trusting your inner wisdom and your intuition to help you make the right decision, to make the right choices going forward. It's like you're going to get all of your ducks in a row, okay, before you initiate any kind of action. But we've got the King of Swords here, so it's really taking the lead, okay, maybe taking even your stand here. Okay, I think here you're speaking your truth, you're being honest, and you're getting clarity. When we get the King of Swords, this is really coming into an energy of deeper understanding, understanding your purpose, okay, or some reasoning behind something. You're very rational, you're very logical with this King of Swords energy, but communication is certainly the focus for you that's coming in here in the month ahead. So whether you're just getting clarity and a sense of purpose, okay, where you're being honest with yourself, or maybe you're having some very important conversations with an important person, okay, around you, whether this is an internal conversation with the King of Swords, okay, or whether this is a conversation of great importance, okay, with somebody that's around you in your world. The King of Swords gives you, really does open up your heart chakra, your throat chakra, okay, to speak your mind, to speak your truth, to be honest, and to be open, okay. But I think here that you may actually be initiating some sort of conversation, okay, or your gift to get your point across is very powerful and very strong. Okay, but you might also be doing some research. The King of Swords, very intellectual, very cerebral kind of energy. So maybe there's some information that you're getting, okay, or maybe you're asking for some information, researching things, and you're getting the answers that you're looking for so that you can take a logical approach, okay, or that you can be very clear on what your next steps may need to be, which is a much better energy than the Eight of Swords, okay? Self-imposed restrictions, something here that's keeping you stuck, that's keeping you stagnant, right? So perhaps you are looking for some answers. And if you're looking for some answers, whether you need to hash something out and talk about them, or whether you need to go and do some sort of deep dive somewhere and get some, do some research, okay? I think here that part of that challenge is to stay open, stay receptive, okay? And also maybe to let go, right? Again, we do have that attachment, and we've got the Eight of Swords bringing you in some sort of restrictive energy. Okay, so it could just be you that you're feeling stuck, okay, and maybe you're just not sure how to get unstuck, all right, and that King of Swords is bringing you in that clarity, but again, you may have to sort through some positive and negative pros and cons maybe, okay, but you need to sort through some things before you can get that clarity that you're looking for, okay, to free your mind, to get yourself moving, to get yourself out in the open even, right? Because again, maybe there's just something here that's bothering you, okay, in the month ahead, and communication and getting things out in the open may be your path forward, okay? So some sort of issues and communication breakdown, right, is really what we're looking at there. Okay, but again, there may be a situation here where you do need to let go of, okay? It's a challenge for you to stay where you are, okay? You need to do something different, perhaps. You have hit the glass ceiling on something, whether it's a relationship or a job or something, okay? Something is needing to shift and to change here for you. Your advice from Spirit: embrace some change, okay? The Five of Wands, right? So we do have some another five coming out here. You got a lot of fives, okay, Aquarius. All right, so, but I think here this is, I think you're changing. I think your environment is changing. But I think there's something internally that's changing here for you also, okay? So change is certainly the order of the day, because there is something here that needs to change. But the Five of Wands, as advice from Spirit, is, number one, teamwork may be the key for you, okay? The Five of Wands isn't necessarily a negative energy, okay? It is one of competition, maybe even some conflict, maybe some family drama, especially coming out with the Ten of Cups. There may be some family drama that ensues in the month ahead for you. You might actually be the one that needs to speak up. Okay, speak up there with that King of Swords energy. Perhaps you are the person that can come in and rationally resolve a family problem. Okay, especially if there's like siblings fighting or something like that. You might be that voice of reason with that King of Swords energy, okay? So maybe there's something there where you need to mediate, okay, or you are the diplomatic voice of reason that comes in there. But the Five of Wands can also be one of a reminder from Spirit that sometimes, sometimes there's, when we get together with people, okay, and especially if we have like a lot of creative people all in the same room, all working together. Sometimes people work together every single day, and there's a respectful environment, and people bounce ideas off of each other, and we get things done. Sometimes drama, okay? Sometimes people aren't on the same page, and there ends up being a little bit of a battle, okay? So a little bit of discernment may be required in those areas, right? Again, maybe there's just some issues there in a group activity that you're involved in, okay? Your workplace, right? Your family, right? So sometimes, we got a lot of great people, and that Five of Wands is a whole bunch of different people working together, okay, to achieve a common goal. So, whether this is, something to do with like a team environment, okay, a lot of different people, okay, or just those situations that are around you where sometimes we do engage in a little bit of infighting, even if there is, a really positive outcome or a positive environment there. Okay, so, you might need to be the voice of reason, or you may even need to sidestep some sort of drama. Okay, especially family drama. You might just be in this King of Swords energy and go, you know what? I'm not getting involved this time, okay? But you might have the ability to sort out that kind of issue there as well. You come in as the voice of the future there, Aquarius. Okay, not everyone always understands you, all right? But I think here that you have a great gift to resolve situations in a way that other people don't necessarily think of. Okay, you bring innovation to the table. Okay, you bring clarity, you bring truth to the table. Okay, and sometimes that can help put everyone back on track or get everyone playing nice in the sandbox. All right. But the Five of Wands can also just be that reminder from Spirit and that advice from Spirit to, number one, you might not want to get involved in any kind of drama. Just stay away. Okay. But reminder here that, change is good. Change sometimes feels like an uphill battle. But we are always changing and we are always evolving in our journey through life. Okay, and so sometimes, there's a little bit of a challenge that we're met with. And sometimes we need to change our environment or we need to change our approach to something, okay, in order for us to move forward and resolve some issues. Okay, it's not without its ups and downs, but sometimes we just need to do that. Blessings headed your way. We do have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so so with the Eight of Pentacles coming in here with the Four of Cups, you might be considering changing your working environment. Perhaps there's something that you have. I mean, when we have the Eight of Pentacles, this is you really working hard, applying all of your skills, your knowledge, gaining skills and knowledge, and really making something. And really being successful at what it is that you do. Okay, and this can be your money, this can be your career, okay, this can be your home, this can just be your inner knowledge. Okay, maybe you are on the quest for some enlightenment, okay, or to acquire new skills and knowledge. But when we have the Eight of Pentacles, this is one where the student is about to become the master. So you may be at that point somewhere in your life where you're feeling the need to level up. You've gone, you've accomplished a lot, you've invested a lot, you've worked hard, you've been committed to your journey, whatever that looks like for you, whether you've been in school, whether it's your career path, whether it's your relationships, okay? And you're right here on the cusp where you may need to level up or level out. And we always get in that energy, right? It's like I've gone as far as I can go, or I'm about to finish something up. And what comes next? Is there something new that comes next for me? Is there an opportunity to improve my situation? Okay, do I get some rewards for all of my hard work? Okay, so I think here that you are, number one, possibly being rewarded for your work, for what you've gotten done, for what you've accomplished and achieved so far. Okay, I think here some of you are ready to make a little bit of an adjustment or a change here. I think you've invested in something, you've worked hard at something here, but perhaps if there isn't an opportunity to level up where you are, okay, because there's something here where you might not be that satisfied. Okay, so there is an energy with that blessing of the Four of Cups where there is an infusement of happiness that is coming in, something more positive coming in. So whether it's something new, okay, or whether you're breathing fresh life into something there to take you to the next level or to just make you a little bit more engaged and happy. Okay, there may be changes for you, there might be leveling up for you, there may be some rewards for you. Okay, but there's also this energy of completion. Okay, so getting things done, commit to your journey, find those solutions. Okay, use all of the skills and your knowledge and your experience, okay, to resolve a situation or to get things back on track. And of course, we've got another five, right, with the Five of Pentacles. And this is really what's changing. Getting out of a lack mentality. The Five of Pentacles is quite often where we're feeling left out. We're feeling left out in the cold. We're feeling dejected. We're feeling as though we don't have what we want. There's everything wrong. Okay. Something's not working. Okay. And, there is help. There's available. There's resources available. There's answers available, right? But in the Five of Pentacles energy, we're not looking at that. We're not focused on that. Okay. So there may be a little bit of stubbornness that comes in here. Okay, that Eight of Swords can be stubborn, okay, and that Death card is clearing out this energy, this lack mentality, focusing on the negatives, focusing on what you don't want, what you don't have, what you can't do, what you haven't achieved, okay, and instead flipping that script there to finding solutions, to finding answers, to moving forward, to taking different approaches, to focusing on solutions, okay, and I think this is really what that Death card is bringing in for you, shifting your energy to something better, okay, and yes, something may need to be let go of because the Five of Pentacles can be a loss as well, as can the Death card, okay, so whether you're just detaching, healing from some negative kind of energy, okay, or a situation, all right, and you're evolving, you're getting ready to start something new, or whether you're improving your situation internally and externally, you are moving forward, okay, and that Death card comes in there as a benefit for you. Not everyone likes to see the Death card because of course it's called death, okay, but it's not usually it's not always a cutting out of something, okay, or an ending to something. It can certainly be an evolution, all right, so depending on your situation, you may have one or both of those, okay. Sometimes when we do let something go, this does actually contribute to our personal evolution. So yeah, we've got what, 1, 2, 3 5s coming out for you. And we can also say Karen Connections reduces to a 5 also. So big shifts, big change. Of course, Death card there with your change there also. Okay, but I think this is for your benefit. Okay, and I think that you'll have some things that just kind of make you feel a little bit better, or feel like you've accomplished something, or that you're ready to move forward and embark on a journey. So let's get your last messages here. Ooh, we've got 000. I am creator. Go back to the void, people. Awesome. You are one with the creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible here in your lifetime on Earth. I am a creator. And yes, you are Aquarius. Okay, you usually see the big picture. Okay, you're usually finding solutions. So I think here, if there's something that's not going your way, okay, I think you may let go of that. All right. But, but this is really you needing to get rid of that Five of Pentacles energy, the attachment energy, because you have unlimited potential, okay, to follow your goals, your dreams, to make change, to, find your bliss. Okay. But you're usually solution oriented there, Aquarius. Okay. So I think maybe just something's kind of got you just a little bit, a little bit stuck. And I think you're going to find your way forward. We have number 20, I am harmonious. 20, of course, relates back to the Judgment card, letting something go, seeing the truth, getting clarity, epiphany, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So you relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. I am harmonious. Use your powers of persuasion, Aquarius, to its fullest potential, not just externally, but internally also. And we have number 14, I am practical. Okay, we also have number 14 right here and 14 here. 14 is actually Sagittarian energy, the Temperance card. Patience, kindness, everything in moderation, healing, balance, and of course, spiritual guidance as well. So I am practical. You are open-minded and always up to try something new, yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. I am practical. I'm going to leave that there for you, Aquarius. I hope there was something here that resonated with you on some level. If there was, please don't forget to hit like on this video, subscribe to my channel as well. Show my channel a little bit of love there will appease the YouTube algorithm gods. Anyways, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic month. Okay, and I will see you later. Bye.